Thanks for joining us today at the webcast about cloud and digital manufacturing. My name is Edward Benning. I'm the digital manufacturing lead at Accenture in the Netherlands. Today we will be talking about connected manufacturing and how cloud could play a role in that. I have joining me today Mary from AWS. Mary is the global lead for digital manufacturing and supply chain for Accenture Network. Welcome, Mary, and how are you today?
I'm doing great, Edward. Thank you so much for the introduction. As Edward said, my name is Mary McDonald, and I am the AWS Accenture Global Lead for Manufacturing and Supply Chain. I have a 30-year career in working in manufacturing across all verticals, and with companies such as Schneider, Siemens, Emerson, and Rockwell Automation, leading those companies in manufacturing and digital transformations. Today, we will discuss the conditions and drivers in deriving higher business value using data and the cloud in your digital transformation journey. At AWS, we start a conversation with a simple question. What if? What if you could? And if you could, what problems would you solve? So that's the technical side. The business side, as Jeff Bezos puts it, the common question that gets asked in business is why? That's a good question, but an equally valid question is why not? We cannot live in the past because it'll starve our curiosity for the future. Our mission is to help our customers imagine the art of the possible, ask the why not, and get you to your vision, unlocking the data trapped in to get you there. The technology is truly here and now. In Industry 4.0, or IIoT, it promises the next revolution for process and discrete industrial manufacturing customers. This industrial digital transformation is asset intensive. Industries like energy, mining, agriculture, transportation, logistics, and utilities. They are using technologies like factory automation, cloud computing, and advanced analytics to improve productivity and lower costs. Industrial customers adjust the primary levers available to optimize business operations. They can grow revenue or they can lower costs. This could be achieved with innovations and faster time to market or by reducing production costs and improving machine or worker productivity, machine availability, or product quality. And even though we have real-time SCADA and MES systems, believe it or not, most data collected on-prem is never analyzed and is unfortunately thrown away. Precious gems, buried treasures of information that can truly unlock better plant operations and actionable insights into your supply chain. This is because we face the challenges of 1, data access, where we try to integrate data from multiple machines with hundreds of different machine communication protocols and on-prem software applications. 2, data management, where we have abundant unstructured streams of machine data that can be difficult to organize. 3, now try to scale to manage industrial assets, data across sites with potentially limited connectivity. Real-time decision-making, where there is minimal tolerance for latency due to the speed of production. And then lastly, exposing security risks as industrial settings are connected to unpredictable internal or external environments. So we have the challenge of where the data sits and gathered, and then how we can get to these common workloads to innovate, manage disruption, protect our most precious assets, our people, yet produce better yields at a lower cost. Today's supply chains are global networks of manufacturers, suppliers, logistics, and e-commerce retailers that work together to deliver products to industrial customers. They move beyond clipboards and complete information and break information silos to make informed, timely supply chain decisions. They improve traceability and transparency with a unified view of supply chain data. Services like Amazon Forecast and Amazon Managed Blockchain can provide the end-to-end visibility today's supply chains need to track and trace their entire production process with unprecedented efficiencies. You can start at any of these locations, but the data lake is the driver, the heart and soul of the operation in the data flywheel. This could be production data where you are looking to make the production more efficient, the quality higher. But once you ship a product, you need to ensure these are smarter and connected so that you can understand how your products are being used, such as iRobot and the Roomba with constant software updates being pushed out. And then that information is being accessed by R&D so they can more quickly design the next generation of hardware and software combinations for our customers. If you're using Salesforce, how are you tracking customer satisfaction? If SAP is part of your business, how are all those module connect points leveraging improvements throughout the operations, throughout your supply chain? Once this is designed and simulated, you need to be able to push these updates to production so that the next generation is released faster and received by customers for a better experience. At the same time, you can see there are two-way arrows so that production issues can be seen in R&D, factory, and so on. AWS fully recognizes our customers' need for a hybrid approach to bring the Industry 4.0 initiatives to life. AWS has the most complete platform for building and deploying hybrid architectures. This is about cool on the edge technology. It's about business value and outcomes. Most of the big IoT applications have been built over the last few years, have been built using AWS to supplement them. Enel, Illumina, iRobot, LG Electronics, Compass, Pentair, Deutsche Bahn, NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Nokia, Panasonic Avionics, and Siemens, among others. Today, with AWS, developers have a single pane of glass that lets them decide what processing and analytics they want to do in the cloud and what they want to do on-prem, eliminating the latency of a round trip to the cloud. And they have the same programming interface, which makes it easier to collect data from these devices on the edge, perform large-scale analytics, and pick predictive machine learning algorithms to do predictions at the edge. The basic unit of compute is becoming smaller, and compute is an area where we continue to invest. This totally changes what is possible. Featuring new and existing services and solutions from AWS and partners, AWS for Industrial was built specifically for developers, engineers, and operators at industrial sites. Our industrial customers are at different stages of their digital transformation journey, and they look to us for the technology and solutions they need to harness their operational data and make faster, smarter decisions. Now, not all customers have the in-house skills or desire to build their own solutions, and so they increasingly engage with partners like Accenture, Siemens, or Seek to help them take advantage of AWS to help them meet their business needs. AWS partners are focused on customer success, helping customers take full advantage of all the business benefits that AWS has to offer. So I would like to reintroduce Edward Benning from Accenture, who will give the Accenture point of view for key success factors delivering value to scale in cloud adoption journey. Edward?
Yes, thank you, Mary. As introduced by Mary, new technologies will come into play, but existing and often legacy technologies will continue to play a major part of our businesses. It's about the integration between this legacy IT, OT and the new available technologies like cloud. It's about people and the culture change, from experience-driven to data-driven to intelligence-driven. Across this all, it's about the question how to scale. Scale horizontal within the company from R&D across the whole value chain. Scale vertical from shop floor to boardroom. And finally, scale across the company and go beyond the optimization of the individual sites towards the optimization of your whole portfolio and all capabilities global. So in this journey towards digital manufacturing, how could cloud be of any help? I would say in many different ways. And I would even argue that you can't do without it to maximize the value potential of digital manufacturing. But let's zoom in to some tangible points. Again, we talked about a journey with evolving thinking, getting new insights that will create new and additional areas for optimization. And this is a continuous process. We will take small steps at the time, but we want to do this in an accelerated way. Cloud will reduce the time to market for deployment of new functionality across the different sites. Developments can potentially be released in days or even in hours on a global usage. This will create an entire different look at the deployment process, user adoptions, and the change management at the sites. Potentially, we can move from a process-driven, side-by-side pushing deployments, which in some cases takes us years to deploy a whole range of sites, to a process where functionality is directly available on global scale and sites can to some degree opt in to use it. It's about the integration at many different levels. Integration to close the loop in the whole product lifecycle, from R&D to manufacturing to support for continuous improvement. It's about the integration across the value chain, incoming and outgoing, and even towards partners for better visibility and to create the agility. It's about the integration within the company, from shop floor to boardroom, across the whole company to create better visibility and transparency. On top of this, we will include intelligence, technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning. Digital manufacturing is all about having the right information at the right place at the right time. It's about going from experience-driven to data-driven to intelligence-driven. In my opinion, cloud is providing a natural way to enforce the integration and centralization of data and functionality required to drive the real optimization across the entire footprint of your company. So that's my story. Back to you, Mary.
Yes, thank you, Edward. So we have two case studies to share with you today, Wärtsilä and Carrier. Wärtsilä is a Finnish corporation which manufactures and services power sources and other equipment in the marine and energy markets. They worked with Accenture, Salesforce, and AWS to create a solution to increase their service and parts revenue. Their old way of predicting maintenance were between only 40 to 50% accurate. Accenture and AWS partnered to architect the solution and built a scalable and extensible architecture capable of handling the 14,000 plus ships with 35,000 plus engines installed. Today, Wärtsilä clients can predict engine failure with greater than 90% accuracy and order parts at ease without having to hold inventory. Our second example is Carrier. So according to the World Food Program, globally about 1/3 of the food we produce each year is lost or wasted, costing the global economy nearly $1 trillion annually. Carrier is a global leader in building and refrigeration solutions. Carrier monitors more than 15 million cold chain products annually, and about $9 billion worth of goods are transported via ocean daily in Carrier's refrigerated containers, known as reefers. Carrier and AWS are collaborating to develop Lynx, a digital platform to optimize cold chain operations for perishable foods and critical medications. Lynx unifies the highly fragmented cold chain to reduce food spoilage, support end-to-end visibility, and increase efficiency throughout the various stages of refrigerated storage and transportation. It is built on AWS IoT to manage temperature-controlled transport and storage of perishables at scale. Overall, on-time, on-temperature food reduces waste with low cargo spoilage. It lowers logistics costs for highest equipment uptime and resilience. For more than 25 years, Amazon has designed and manufactured smart products and distributed billions of products through its globally connected distribution network using cutting-edge automation, machine learning and AI, and robotics with AWS at its core. From product design to smart factory and smart products, AWS helps leading manufacturers transform their manufacturing operations with the most comprehensive and advanced set of cloud solutions available today, while taking advantage of the highest level of security. In closing, I would like to quote Andy Jassy from reInvent 2020. The key to reinvention is a combination of building the right reinvention culture and then knowing what technology is available to you to make that reinvention change in using it. Speed is a choice. All of these services, along with our partner Accenture, are designed to give manufacturing companies access to sophisticated cloud and machine learning technology at whatever level you may be along your technology journey. So your simple call to action today, ask yourself and your organization, so why not? Edward, back to you.
Thank you, Mary. It's always very inspiring to hear the story from AWS and, of course, yourself. If there's any question about this session today, please feel free to reach out to us. I wish you a very nice rest of the day. Thank you again.